This is the link for the blog Thermopylae.dk, and that's my Danish blog. It's not as old as the one above, that is Rubicon.dk. It's a more recent thing. I initiated before the last election here in Denmark, around a year ago, I think. But it has some content that is that comes all the way from a newspaper I made called Rubicon.dk. That was a Danish newspaper. So yeah, there are more things than just things that's around a year old. My relationship to the Danish public has been kind of a strange one, right? I'm a son of the humanistic traditions here in Denmark, but also I'm son of the conservative traditions as well. Working, being raised in a working class community, that's kind of a strange mix, I'd say. But according to humanism, you have to enlighten things and spread the light of the truth, and that's kind of be the core of this blog or the work I've been doing in Denmark. In Denmark, I've been very much involved in the intellectual development of the country. Some of you may remember the great conflict that Denmark had with the Muslim world when we published some cartoons in a newspaper called Jyllandsposten. It all went totally ballistic internationally, and little Denmark kind of was on the lips of everybody around the world. We had to deal with ambassadors coming from everywhere in the Muslim world, and that was pretty tough. Everybody, burned our flag, and that kind of that was kind of the first thing that I had to deal with truly as a philosopher and an intellectual in Denmark. And the way I deal with it was by trying to define what democracy is in opposition to Islam. And what I realized is that there is opposition, but there are also ways that things can work together, right? So I kind of try to coin who we are fighting against, not as all Muslims, because as you know, all Muslims are not ISIS or Islamic State. There are a lot of respectable citizens and democratic Muslims, and so I wanted to target only those that they really wanted to fight us here in the West. And it came down to defining them as kind of the Muslims that want a political solution to Islam, Islamism, the Islamic State, Sharia law, things like that. By that, I think I, in many ways, both kind of put a bullseye on the bad guys, but also kind of made a way for Muslims who didn't want to be blamed and firebranded as hypocrites and evil persons. I made a way for them as well. It also, it came to the point that even the Muslim world, they see the Islamic State as stupid idiots, as they are, right? All the methods that they are doing are awful. So I think that that way of looking at Islam as something that's not inherently evil, but has things that we can accept in the West, and has things that we cannot accept in the West, kind of really put the whole debate into a much nicer level of understanding, in a sense. But also, created some conflict, right? We've been fighting with the Islamic State ever since, or after some time it came to a fight with the Islamic State, and that has been terrible. And then they're now moving into Europe, and that fight is only just beginning. So it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be awful. But now we have a good fighting chance, and we can, not blame all Muslims, but just, put the foreign, fight those guys who are truly evil. And then I've been a part of the Danish debate for a long time now. I've always been shut out as kind of a leaper and and someone people didn't like. I even went through a long process of the law. They wanted to blame an interview I did with a guy called Lars Hedegaard as racist. Went all the way up to the highest court here in Denmark, and there's been a lot of fighting. Also, the police have been very aggressive on my own life. They have been doing all kinds of things to shut me up, which is totally illegal, but still they have been doing that. So it's been a really tough fight for me as an intellectual to kind of shape the debate in a way I thought was reasonable and humane, at the same time having a huge problem with the other debaters, and especially the law, which is it's a paradox, right? I've been fighting for the law for the last six or 7 years, and trying to shout and tell everybody that if you do not button up and get to work, you will lose what you have as police and as the law, because you only have that authority because people, they believe that you will protect them, and if they do not believe that you will protect them, they will find someone else. They will find all the bad guys and follow them instead. And so it's been a long ride. But I think that being absolutely grounded in a belief in democracy and in the good of man and spirituality that is positive, it kind of made me able to go all the way and not being bitter, right? Sometimes a little bitter, right? I'm still frustrated about not being able to be a part of the rest of the debate, but I'm trying to hold on to that positive spirit, even though I get a lot of harassment. But enough about myself. I always talk about myself. I mean, that's terrible. Sorry about that. No, the blog. If you want to see something, maybe read something that really, open up your eyes to things that they weren't something that you knew about before, please dig in. Some of it is truly just historical things that has been, debates that has been moved on, but there's still some truth there that if you sift through it, you probably get a little wiser on how things are. That at least has been my attempt. There are also some pretty deep philosophical discussions there. Some of it, I think most of the best of it, until 2 years ago, I all collected in a book called Titan that you can find under books. In this, you just have to click up here on books and you can read it. It's in Danish, I'm sorry. If you're an international speaker, English speaker, you can't read it, but perhaps sometimes it will be translated, I hope so. But it's on Rubicon.dk. It's an ebook, so it's free. So go in there, click there, open up your mind. Do not succumb to all the lies and what everybody wants you to believe. Make your own truth, right? Look into what is really happening, and do not just accept that what people are trying to shove down your throat as truth. You can make up your own truth, and this is not the truth. It's my attempt to find the truth. And if there's one thing I really want to inspire you about, is that be true yourself, right? You can never find a good life unless you're true. Not alone, just unto yourself, but also to the world. So that's my attempt. At least that has been my attempt to try to give you a little light. And dig in. And I truly hope you find something, and that you will be wiser, and perhaps after that not as controlled by everybody else. That has been the aim of this blog. And dig in. Alright, peace.